I'm making a mango bread today, and this recipe normally makes two loaf pans, two 4x8 loaf pans. But I have a larger loaf pan. I think it's a 5x9 or 5.5x9, something like that. But it's a nice big loaf, so I'm going to make one larger loaf. So the first thing I've done, I've greased. I haven't floured yet, but I'm going to do that now. Floured my pans. And I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. And now I'm going to sift my flour. I've already got it measured in here. 2 cups of all-purpose flour plus 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm sifting those into a bowl, mixing bowl. And if you don't have a sifter like this one, which I think is probably considered old-fashioned these days, you can use any strainer or sieve. Something like this would work also to sift your flour. Okay, so I've got my dry ingredients sifted together. And now I've got 3 large eggs already broken in here. And I'm going to whisk the eggs. And 3/4 cup of softened butter. One 1/4 cups of granulated sugar. I'm going to the little bit larger bowl now. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is my homemade vanilla extract. Now, I'm going to make a little well in my flour, dry ingredients. And I'm going to pour in my eggs, sugar, butter, and vanilla extract. And I'm going to stir that up. All those ingredients are combined. And now I'm going to add 2 cups of chopped mango. And I chopped them pretty small. And I've seen some recipes that says put them in the blender. or a food processor, but I kind of like them in little chunks. And that's 2 cups, and it took 2 mangoes to make the 2 cups. So I'm going to add those. And 1/2 cup of shredded coconut. 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts. Now I'm going to stir all these ingredients together. And now I'm going to add those to my prepared loaf pans. So now I'm going to slide this into the preheated oven and bake it for approximately 1 hour. Now, since I'm using a bigger loaf pan and making 1 loaf instead of 2, it might need to cook a little bit longer. I'll set an alarm for 1 hour and then I'll test it, and it probably will need to cook another 10 to 15 minutes, but we'll test it often to see when it's done. So the mango bread is done. It cooked in 1 hour and 15 minutes. And it looks like it turned out really good. And I actually saved enough batter to make a teeny tiny one. And it tastes very good. You'll like this recipe. Thanks for stopping by.